Hello, Rock On Beer viewers, and welcome to Cellar Sunday, a Sunday where I drink something from the cellar. It's pretty self explanatory, right? No, I've got a whole bunch of beers and other things that I have been keeping in various cupboards and boxes for years. And every Sunday, I'm gonna try and at least pop at least one of them and do a little review with you guys, so we get some of them cupboards emptied out, clear off some of the cobwebs. Today's Cellar Sunday is starring Imperial Funky Monky from B Nektar. B Nektar Meadery. So it's not a beer this week. It's actually a mead, and I've had this. Trying to figure out. I think I bought it about 3-4 years ago. And it's just been sitting in my fridge, just chilling out, waiting for some me to get in the mood, and I'm in the mood. So this is a mead with cherry juice and hops, and it is. I'm going to read you the flavor text here on the side because it's red hot chili pepper flavored. Um, it's a roller coaster of bee nectar love, baby, and Imperial Funky Monky rocks the funk out. So take me to the case I love, take me all the way. Start with a badass bass of funky wildflower honey, roll into a tart balaton cherry chorus, and into a mild Styrian golden hop encore. Share the love and give it away, give it away, give it away now. Be funky. That is much appreciated there. So let's crack this thing open. I love bee nectar. Just get that out of the way. I think that they make my favorite like meads and ciders. You used to be able to get them a lot easier in Denmark, but not so much anymore. I mean, they were extremely expensive in Denmark, but I don't know. I wish I could make mead this good anyway. But beyond that, I wish I could still get them. So I've got a small hoard from whenever I go over to Michigan. I buy some bottles and then I hoard them here. Hence Cellar Sunday. What are we rolling on here, alcohol wise? Holy crud. 11.8%. All right, I was not. I did not think. I was just gonna say, oh, one of the things I really like about Bee Nectar is they make a lot of sessionable stuff. So, but that's a lot of sessionables. All right, people. We're gonna get into it anyway. I got my Bee Nectar goblets, so we are all set on proper glassware. Let's pour this out. Ooh, I can't remember if I tried this at the tap room or not. I've tried just about everything that they make except some of the really rare seasonals that I miss out on, because whenever I go to Michigan, my sister and I always go to Bee Nectar as like a little tradition, and we do sampler flights of just about everything, or especially things we haven't tried yet. So this one's for you, Megan. There, whoa, the logo really pops on that red. Isn't that nice? So it's a still mead. No, or there's some bubbles in it, and I don't know if that's just because it's a couple years old, so it's just developed a little bit, or if it's just lightly carbonated, maybe. Oh, it smells so good. If I remember correctly, when I bought this, I talked with the bartender, and they said that it was like they were trying to recreate like a lambic creek with this kind of mixture of funky honey, wildflower honey, and some cherries, and then a little bit of hops. And it actually does remind me a little bit of a creek smell, because it's got that nice. You get cherry, but it's not like sweet cherry. It's a sour cherry, and there is a funky undertone. I don't think that it's fermented with anything funky. I think that maybe that must just come from the mead. And then the only thing about keeping this bottle so long, I was afraid that the hops would probably fade out, and I don't really get very much hop in the nose but that could also just be that it never really had. Maybe the hops are more for flavoring. Oh, it smells so good. That sour cherry and that little bit of funk undertone. I can't, I'm gonna have to drink some. Oh, oh, there comes the 11.8%. Oh boy. Whoo, this is gonna be my evening, you guys. I was gonna drink something else after this, but I'm not not sure that we're gonna be able to handle that. Oh, it is a sweet mead. Definitely made for sipping. Straight off the bat, super sweet honey flavor. Very intense. And the honey has almost a cinnamon flavor to it. You can definitely tell that it's honey. And yeah, it has a very like cool, spicy flavor. Like I said, like almost like cinnamon and clove. And they don't list actually, like adding anything like that. So it must just be from or maybe it's with that play of that honey with the hops. That is a cool flavor. You get a little bit of that, yeah, you get that sour cherry on the end, like a little tang and a nice like cherry aftertaste that blends together with that spiciness. Jeez, guys, this is delicious. It's incredibly sweet though. It is very, very sweet, like mouth-coatingly sweet and like unctuous. And I'm usually not a huge fan of super sweet things, meads included. But the flavors in this are so interesting that it actually just makes up for that super sugariness. That initial like high alcohol, like the first sip I took, it kind of took me. It kind of just like it took me by surprise how like sweet and full it was, and how and you could actually I could feel the alcohol in it. But now I've kind of gotten used to the alcohol, so it's just going super smooth now. Like I'm consciously trying to take sips of it so I don't just like knock it back like soda. Kind of reminds me of soda with that super sweetie like triacleness of it, and the cherry flavoring. It's like cherry, cinnamon, honey flavored soda. Oh my god, that is really good. That is incredibly good. I'm just gonna pour a little bit more. It's definitely not carbonated. It's not meant to be carbonated, I don't think. That little bit of bubbles, I think, was just from sitting in that bottle and just settling out when I poured it. But starting to feel that 11.8% in me drinking this like an idiot, or drinking it fast. That is crazy good. I can't remember if this is a seasonal or if it's like a one-off. I don't think it's a one-off. I'm pretty sure the last time I went to B Nektar, this last time I was in Michigan, but I was really trying to keep I was trying to keep the weight in my suitcase down because I only had one suitcase, and so I didn't buy anything at B Nektar, and I regret that now. Uh, Although I already was over the weight limit even without buying anything from there, so it would have been some tough choices to make. But it's crazy whenever I open a B Nektar beer or mead beer a mead. I've only had like one B Nektar beer at their tap room. Whenever I open like a mead or a cider, it always just hits me like Jeez, this is so good. Why isn't this like the only thing that I bring back from Michigan? And why can't I just get this all the time? This is amazing. Um, can't remember how much I paid for it, but I know it wasn't one of the cheaper ones. But I mean, at 11.8%, that's I mean, this I'm going to be sipping on this for a while. I'm actually going to let it warm up some. It's refrigerator temperature now, so wonder if a bit more of that complexity will come out with that. All right, guys, this one was worth keeping. This one was worth every penny. And oh man, it's so good. I don't know if you can find bee nectar. This one I can really recommend it, and share it with some people. I think would be great. It would be great as like a dessert beverage. Like pop this open after a nice like heavy meal, like and have it as a dessert wine, because that's basically what it is. Um, Super great as always. Love bee nectar. Thanks for hanging out on Cellar Sunday. We'll see you next Sunday with I don't know, something else. There's plenty to choose from. All right, cheers, guys.